Okay, so we're going to be going over my actual Bladestorm and Flight of Gavaanir build. Appreciate everyone who was taking a look at the last video I made. It was just some fun video I figured I'd go ahead and make. Thank you to people who understood. I mean, I know it's kind of clickbaity. I try to make it as non-troll as possible. But, I mean, I just wanted to have some fun. But anyway, we're going to be going over my actual builds. Right now, we're still at 151. I'm able to clear it, but again, with that last video, only with the help of my aspect of Dawn. And, I mean, it kind of doesn't feel right, but we'll see. I have to do lower rifts or lower exhibitions like 130 or 133, I believe, which is the beginning of the Paragon one, to farm up some more gear and to get more crit damage and things like that. But we'll go over the skills. I did change some modifiers, but everything is pretty much the same. Besides that, I did change up a lot of passives as well. So we'll go into it real quick, and we're gonna go really quick because I made a bunch of these Bladestorm videos. I just wanted to keep updating you guys on every change I make, so you're not left in the dark too long. But for Wings of Ishmir, we have Light Speed, Berserker's Onslaught, Stunning Apparatus, Grinning Radiance, Meritorious Crew, and Relentless Pursuit. For Sovereign Shout, we have Hold the Line, Dawnbreaker, Infectious Determination, To Rise Again, Raging Berserker, A Princeps Lead, and Hostile Inspiration. For Juggernaut, we have Grudges Collected, Crushing Wall, Flies in the Bevies, Halted Momentum, Heralded Pavis, Cold Steel, Banners Held High, and Vibrations Internalized. For Flight of Gavaanir, as you know, they kind of changed some things here with the weapon damage. So I'm trying to stray away from the weapon damage now. But we did go into Howl of Battle, Ram Hammer and Bludgeon, Thunder's Impact, Mountainous Impact, Chronic Suffering, Drums and Bells, and Narrow Throat. I don't want to get the reduced damage, so I figured I'd go for the more movement speed, since we are still using Disallowed Vessel, which slows our move speed. And sometimes, like, I'm not sure if it's intended, but when we use this ability to get the move speed, we're like flying. We're going super fast, even though we still have Disallowing Vessel. So I'm not sure if there's like a movement speed thing going on with that, but we swapped out the damage for the movement speed instead. For our next ability, Tracker's Reach, pretty much the same stuff. Warden's Chain, Preserving Momentum, Mercy Caged, Retracting Chain, Wrangler of Rogues, Rapid Propulsion, Unrelenting Hunt, and this last one with the range. And then for Bladestorm, Lethal Momentum, Ceaseless Current, Unfettered Determination, Echoes of Meat Halls. Yeah, I still want that. Shredding Whirlwind, Shiganite Density, and Spoils of War. So pretty much again the same modifiers for the most part, except for Flight of Gavaanir. I was trying to get back into Bleeding Edge, but I don't really like the ability anymore as much as Flight of Gavaanir. Even after they reduced some of the weapon damage, I have more fun with this ability, because not only are we throwing hammers, but when you come back, it explodes. And now that we're throwing 2 hammers, we do 2 explosions, like I explained before. Change some things. I didn't change too much, but really quick, we're still starting off in the Soldier Tree to get the wild card. We're getting Heat of Battle and getting the nodes for reduced rage cost, and we're getting Second Win as well. I feel like these are a staple in the build. Get crit, survivability, and more rage when we take damage. So these are always good to get. Next tree we're going down. We're still getting the Merciless Lethality in the Assassin tree. Even though they nerfed it by 40%, I feel like this is just one of the better passives for our builds. It just sucks that they nerfed it, but still works well. Still giving us the damage we need. So we are going into Merciless Lethality still. And then down the Assassin tree, we are getting Clandestine Execution for the 25% damage when, of course, one enemy is there for those champion battles when no one else is around, or the end battles. So that's benefiting a lot, and I swapped that out for academic fieldwork, or swap this out and got rid of academic fieldwork. So moving along down the Siegebreaker tree, we still have Disallowing Vessel, because I just love the damage increase from that. As you know, when we whirlwind, the tick doesn't count, and it feels like the ticks come back a lot faster. I don't know if I'm just seeing things. Okay, it might be the same, but we're still benefiting from that, the 60% damage from this when we whirlwind, and when we throw our hammer. So all our damage is getting benefited from that, because we use our leaps, and leaps don't count negatively towards the points, so we can leap in, use our abilities, and still have that damage. So moving along to the Warmonger tree, we actually, before I go into there, again, we went to the Scholar tree to pick up, just to put 3 points in the Scholar tree to get the max willpower and rage. So you want to get as much willpower and rage as you can. Just to show off really quick, down the Warlock tree, there's more max willpower and rage. So this is 300 right here, or 400, excuse me, 150 right here. And there is more rage you can get in the Duskglaive tree, which gives another 100, but unfortunately there's not really anything here for us. So if you ever wanted to max your rage and willpower, those are the nodes to get. But moving along from that, the next tree we're going into is the Warmonger tree. We are picking up Gods Amongst Men, which boosts our material damage. Bestial Frenzy, so whenever there's an enemy nearby, we get 5% more damage if we spec into the extra point here. So 5% more damage per nearby enemy. And then we have Feast for the Crows, which gives us Global Life Leech. And then we get Manic Slaughter, so we get 2% damage per 100 unconsumed rage points. So the good combo with this and Bladestorm is not only if we, of course, spec into the extra nodes, which we did, we get 10% more rage when hit, and we get 35 more rage generation on kill. So we're able to essentially keep our rage pretty much topped off as long as we're like in a big battle against many units or many enemies. So we can pretty much benefit from the 2% damage, probably at from range 1000 plus rage. So we're getting 20% more damage for a good amount of time. And then when we throw our Flight of Gavaanir at the end, we benefit from this as well. So I find that this is a really useful passive to get. Not only does it let us Bladestorm longer, but it gives us more damage because we have more rage that we're benefiting from. So still testing out, but for now it's a good passive that I picked up. And then we moved into the Exorcist tree to get Branded Burst, of course, to reduce the damage we take when we're out of combat for a little bit. And then Child of Fury, Furious Appetite, and Frenzy Blows must have, especially now that we have all this rage increase. And then we do go over here to Ranger for the Archaeon's Teaching for the extra projectile on our hammer. Since we didn't pick any modifiers up for the Flight of Gavaanir, we are losing 50% projectile damage, but when we call the hammer back, we do explode, and it does 2 explosions, so we're benefiting off of that. I'm not sure if the explosions are affected by this negative 50% projectile damage, but I'll just say yes, just like worst case scenario. But we're still getting 2 explosions. We're getting two chances to do more damage, and with Virtuo's Stance, we have a chance to double that damage. So that's the last node that I picked up in the Armsmaster. So that's pretty much the passives that we have going here. Again, nothing really changed too much besides this right here, Manic Slaughter. Testing it out, it is pretty good so far. Again, we're able to Bladestorm a lot longer and maximize our rage as much as we can, keeping it over 750 for Frenzied Blows. But other than that, I'm not sure where I'm going to. It takes so long to level in this game. I don't even think about where I want to go next. Probably go put more points back into Salvatore Anchor for that health regen. But I don't see anywhere else where I'd go. If I really wanted to, I can spec into the Duskglaive tree just to get 100% or 100 more rage, just to have a little bit more to keep us over that 750 threshold. But for now, I'm not sure where I'd go. Maybe Immortal Offling in the Kabbalist tree. but I'd only benefit off poison, toxic, toxic and rend damage, because we can only do material damage, but we'll see. But other than that, attributes, I did sacrifice some ferocity for toughness, so now we're going like a 60-40 split from ferocity to toughness, because we want to be a little bit more tankier. We do lose some crit, but we're lasting a little bit longer, so that's always good. So I changed some ferocity, put it into toughness, so you get a little bit tanky, especially going towards the higher expeditions. So yeah, 60-40 split, or 70-30, something like that, depending on your gear. But now we'll go into the itemization, and not really as much changed. We're still going for ferocity, crit chance, maybe some rage and willpower cost decrease to help out our Bladestorms and keeping us over that, again, 750 rage threshold. Material damage, and the only thing that's changed now is that we're going to try to look for critical hit damage on our accessories now that we're able to get it. Like 19% crit damage here. I don't think I've gotten anything else. And besides that, on your amulet, you want to get straight physical damage added to attacks. Physical damage straight up adds a lot of damage to your build, especially if you're going all physical. And I have that on my belt as well. So try to get physical damage on your belt and amulet, crit hit damage on your accessories. Other than that, gem your weapons with copper stones, offensive 1 gems. Everything else, you can go maximum health with the... Pretty much any gem gives maximum health as long as it's defensive 3s. Or you can go into... where's the defensive one? I think there's one that gives all resists. I'm not sure which one it is. But is it this? I'm not sure which gem gives all resists. I thought there was a gem that gives all resist. If I'm wrong, then I apologize. But if you want to get a little bit more tanky, put resist gems in here, physical. Or if there is an all resist gem, do that. I've just gemmed it with health. And then the gems for your accessories and belt, you want to go crit chance. Because we did lose some ferocity, so we're trying to get more crit chance. But that's pretty much it for the build. We'll try to do a 151. I don't know what kind of expedition I'll do. Maybe 133 just to test out the build. I don't think I can do 151 successfully anymore. But we'll see what we can do here. Okay. No modifiers. Again, just testing out the build. Yeah, we've lost a lot of damage, crit hit damage, so we really need to get that back as soon as possible with our amulets and accessories and things like that. Because before I was critting like 14, 15, or 100, 115, 114s and things like that. But we've lost a good amount of damage from taking ferocity off to get a little tankier. But it's still not bad damage, it's just not what it was. Then we pull him in, fight a Gavaanir. You see our rage is going up. And I don't know what they did with Bladestorm. It just seems a little bit more inconsistent now. Like sometimes my ticks would go off super fast, sometimes they'd go off super slow. I'm not sure what's causing that. It might be just me. Go in, fight a Gavaanir, and then just whirlwind down until we get our fight a Gavaanir up again. You see, with our Bladestorms keep going off, I mean, our rage is still above 1,000, and we've been using this for a good amount. So now we can just easily buff, potion, jump in, and fight a Gavaanir again. Take him down. It's still fun. I mean, it's the same old build. It's just we do a little bit less damage. So we just got to farm the lower expeditions a little longer, so we can get that gear that we need to push us past the 150 and things like that. And the good thing is they did actually, I don't know if they fixed the amount of productivity you get for completing pretty much anything, but that's definitely gone up. Holy shout. Oh, I don't know what that was. I think that big guy punched me back. But yeah, 111k ticks here and there. I think sometimes we do dip below 100k, but with all these enemies around us, we are benefiting a lot from our passive. And then when there's one enemy like this, or like this, we get even more damage because of the 25%. So it's not too bad. Again, we just need to farm a little bit more gear. And always take a look at one-handed weapons. I got really lucky. I just got straight physical damage on this weapon. Of course, the gems are helping it, but with all the other things on it, it's really good. Let's go ahead and get this chest. Yeah, the burst from Fighting Gavaanir is still satisfying. Not 100% crit, but that's totally fine. And then the Juggernaut burst is awesome as well. I don't know if they've nerfed Juggernaut. I don't think they did. I thought someone told me they did, but I don't think they actually did. Okay, this guy's powerful, so we gotta really be careful here. Even though we do have toughness, I think we can still get one-shotted. But yeah, 133 isn't too much of a problem. But it's the lowest. It's the oh gee, I'm messing up my build. Sorry, trying to talk and play at the same time. It's the lowest Paragon expedition, so we still get like the gems as if we were doing the 151 expedition. So we are running low on gems and things like that, and materials. So we just gotta farm up a little bit more so we can experiment. I wonder if anyone has a good summoner build. That'd be cool to see. I tried summoner, as I said before, but I don't know, wasn't cutting it. Wasn't having too much fun with it. And just whirlwinds. And yeah, see my rage, it's every time we get a kill we get rage. And every time we take a hit we gain more rage, so the more enemies the better, but we're still able to Bladestorm for a good time. For a long time, excuse me. That up. I'm gonna skip that guy for now. And we did change the Wing of Ishmir, so we're jumping a little bit faster. I did that because I don't know, like the leap is really slow, and I wasn't getting out of things, and it wouldn't jump over things, so I was getting tired of dying even though I was jumping over things. So we just increased the speed in which we leap to hopefully keep us from unnecessary deaths and things like that. Pull everything in. And still good damage. I mean, just not what it was. See right here, my ticks are going super crazy. Great sword. I'm picking up all this stuff. Yeah, we just need to find amulet or accessories that'll give us crit hit damage. Hopefully, once we get our crit hit damage from that, we'll be back where we want it to be. Okay, this guy's tough. This is going to be a little bit annoying. I'll try not to use my power. Even though it's super strong right now. But let's gain some of our rage back. Bring him into some more enemies so we benefit off the damage here. Probably gonna go down here. I think our passive saved this. So ideally, we're just fighting waves of monsters. We're going to keep that summoner guy up because he is going to be summoning monsters, so we can benefit more off the passive. But this guy's a little bit tankier, of course, because of the tough modifier. Nice, he hit our shield. I'll just finish him off. And the Virtuo stance is so good, or the probing weakness stance. Just seeing that extra damage, that double damage, really helps. Kill this guy. Okay. That guy went flying. I'll pick up that ring for sure. Boots, gauntlets. Let's pick up the gauntlets. Oh, see, that bugged out. I threw I threw like 3 hammers there. That was pretty funny. Worked out for us though. I think if you spam it really hard, it does that, but I wouldn't rely on it. Okay, that big guy does like a knockback punch, okay. And I know I messed up a couple times here, but always try to make sure you're above that 750 threshold. Sometimes it's hard to pay attention to, like, but that's what makes this Bladestorm build a little bit more interesting. Just got to pay attention to a little bit here and there. Okay, let's go in this mini dungeon. I think the end boss is gonna be like somewhere right here. Oh, this thing is annoying. That guy's inside of does not want me to get inside this little mini dungeon. Got a shrine of offering. Let's use this, that. Okay. Yeah, I think that offering shrine's still bugged. Like, it's supposed to give us more than one option. We'll just keep going. Oh, we have two offering shrines in here. That's pretty cool. And a affinity shrine, or whatever this is, ult shrine. Okay, we're about 75% way through. You see, like, our clear time has gone down a lot, but we're still able to do a decent amount of damage that we're looking for, so it's not too bad. Drop. Okay, move up here. I think we need to at least kill like 1 or 2 more elites and then we're good. Hopefully the end boss isn't right here, so we don't have to go backwards. I think it is though. Yeah. Hopefully you fight a good amount of enemies on the way there. Yeah, this is perfect. I love fighting these guys because they summon so many different adds, and we can just clear them and gain a lot of damage from it, as well as rage back. Yeah, this is the last boss. Damn. Let's head back and kill a little bit more on the way back. So we made it back. We had to go all the way back to the beginning, kill some mobs, and come back. Tough, sacred, imbued, material shield. Oh, this guy's gonna be super annoying. Okay, we have that guy here as well. Good, so we can benefit. We're not benefiting off the 25. We probably should kill that guy, honestly. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I gotta really be careful here. I might go down. Yeah, we gotta kill this guy ASAP. There we go. And now we're benefiting off the 25% damage, and we can just spin around this guy. Hopefully not get hit. He does have tough, so it's gonna be kind of annoying. Our passive saved us there. And just spin around him. So we're able to Bladestorm a good amount of time, a long ass time actually. But we're gonna go down. Fuck.
That was a bad hit.
But yeah, it sucks that our damage isn't what it used to be. He'll go down eventually. But you gotta be careful and play it right. Gotta kill this guy too. Those guys are super tanky. Hope we get a good shield crit here. I don't think we did. These rending circles are super annoying as well. Let's get that health globe. There we go. Die! Yeah, we gotta be careful. Nope. I thought we got out of that. Yeah, this is where our build runs into a problem here. Especially against tough bosses. We were able to do it, but we died a couple of times, so we were able to complete the dungeon at least. Like clear the champions and things like that, not too bad. If the end boss has tough, it's gonna be a little tough. We were able to do it, but that's pretty much the build. Don't know if I'm gonna change anything. Again, we might just need a little bit more gear. Or let me know if you guys know any good passes that we can pick up that I'm not seeing, or should I just change this build altogether? But again, I do appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.